Every week before we wrap up another episode of Bullseye, we like to bring you a culture tip from me, a segment we call The Outshot. Okay, so imagine you're tired, but not quite asleep. You're sitting on a thick carpet, let's say maybe leaning against the front of the sofa. You're wearing a warm sweater, listening to rain fall on the roof. And a big soft dog comes up and he sniffs you for a second. Then he turns and flops down against you. You put your hand in his fur. It's warm in there. He makes one of those noises, kind of a floppy, contented sigh. That's the comedy of Joe Pera.
Iron. It makes up most of the Earth's core and is in our blood. It's also the reason we're here, for the most part. In 1844, the Marquette Iron Range was discovered. And soon after, North Michigan Iron was building the country. Shipped through Marquette's harbor and across the Great Lakes to be made into steel for railroads, skyscrapers, ships, and bridges. So if you like this train bridge, you have iron to thank. Hello, my name is Joe Pera, and unlike previous family generations, I'm not a miner, but a soft-handed choir teacher who's just in awe of Michigan's geological splendor.
On the Adult Swim show, Joe Pera Talks With You. He's a gentle guide to a warm world. He addresses the camera in measured tones, speaking slowly but naturally. He ambles through 15 minutes of gentle strangeness, a sort of antidote to the comedy of confrontation.
One time I was at a yard sale with Lulu. I got a blue dot sticker stuck to my shirt. Someone offered me $3 for it.
What happened, Gene?
I thought about selling it, but I couldn't. It's a shirt my son's designed for me.
Yeah.
And also, I didn't want anyone to see my nipples.
I understand that. I was a chubby boy.
I wouldn't call Pera's show laugh out loud hilarious. I mean, for one thing, there aren't many jokes. Most of the humor comes from tone and from these tiny deviations from the on-rails world of TV, like maybe a bit of sloppy Joe on the face of somebody who's eating. I mean, literally, that is an actual example of a Joe Pera joke, just a bit of smudge on somebody's cheek. Pera's character on Joe Pera Talks With You is a choir teacher in Michigan's Upper Peninsula. He cares about his students. He has a friend, a crush on a lady from the school, the community that surrounds him. And in the pilot, a family thinks his house is for sale because a for sale sign got put in the wrong front yard. And so he agrees to sell it to them because, because they like it so much.
Hi, I'm Sue Melski. Is now a good time?
Yeah, it's a good time.
Okay, great.
Well, you want to come in?
Yeah, we were looking at houses and saw your sign out front. Don't touch that. Don't touch that. You can look around the room, okay? Yeah. Here's about...
Someone else put the sign on my lawn, but I guess I got to honor it.
Should we take our shoes off?
Yes.
There's very little zaniness on the show and even less loudness. And while Pera is a very odd TV character, he's never treated as dumb or pitiable. In one episode, he hears the Who song Baba O'Reilly for the first time. And he gets so excited that he calls all the radio stations in town to request it. I mean, he loves the song. And he isn't pathetic for never having heard one of the most popular rock songs ever recorded. He is a hero for loving a great piece of art. And he's also a way for us to experience wonder, even if we're old and grumpy and jaded, or young and grumpy and jaded.
There's just something about a new song that makes you want to share it with all of the other teachers.
Yeah, this one's a classic.
You know it's not called Teenage Wasteland?
Yeah, I know.
Pera the character is unmistakably middle-class and middle American and profoundly white. But he's kind of a vision of what's best about those things. Pera the actor is from Buffalo. He knows what it's like to live in a tight-knit place where you have to scrape your windshield in the morning when you get in your car. The show is a sort of filling station. I mean, it kind of honors what's weird about all of us. Let me put it this way. I didn't know that I needed Joe Pera, but I think maybe I do.
And that's it. I've been a Who fan ever since, and I've been up for 3 days straight listening to the new Who song. Sorry to ramble, but I also had another first this morning. I finally tried Starbucks coffee. A little fancy for my taste, but boy, do I feel alive.
That's my outshot.